Private James Crawford watched the flamethrower's stream flicker, then die into the soaking earth of Okinawa. He stood at the edge of a conflict that demanded innovation, unaware of his illicit craft. His unique solution, born from the Kentucky mountains, would soon erase 60 enemy soldiers, all in a single afternoon, turning the tide of a brutal engagement. The battle for Okinawa in May of 1945 was a grinding, punishing affair. Japanese forces had transformed the island's natural caves and ridges into intricate fortified bunkers. These positions were designed to inflict maximum attrition upon the invading Americans. Flamethrowers became a primary tool for dislodging these deeply entrenched defenders. Their simple intent: pour burning fuel into an entrance and eliminate the enemy within. Yet, Okinawa presented a severe challenge as the island experienced heavy rainfall. Often for 16 hours a day, the rain rapidly cooled military napalm. This standard mixture of gasoline and thickening agent was engineered for dry conditions. Though it burned at 800 degrees, relentless rain displaced oxygen, extinguishing flames in mere seconds. On the morning of May 12th, Crawford's unit faced such an impasse. Heavy rain had fallen for 3 days as they assaulted a ridge with 8 Japanese bunkers. These strongholds were estimated to hold 60 defiant enemy soldiers. 3 times Marines attempted to burn out a bunker, but napalm ignited then was doused. The assault stalled, the sergeant ordering his men to dig in and wait for the rain. But Private Crawford saw the problem with a different eye and unique perspective. He knew the chemistry of making liquids burn hot and long, regardless of the weather. James Crawford grew up in the rugged terrain of Harlan County, Kentucky, where coal was king. There, coal was king, but moonshine was a way of life for his family. His grandfather taught him the craft from the age of 13. He operated a hidden still deep in the Kentucky mountains. By 20, Crawford was renowned for making the best illegal whiskey in 3 counties. This wasn't merely about fermentation, it was a precise, exact science. Producing good moonshine required an innate understanding of combustion temperature, the careful management of volatile compounds, and subtle adjustment of ratios was key. A spoonful had to burn with a clean, blue flame at around 100 degrees for quality. Crawford added precise amounts of methanol and acetone, readily available chemicals. This ensured his whiskey burned hot and clean, come summer humidity or winter cold. In 1942, federal agents raided the family still, destroying the equipment. Crawford enlisted in the army a week later, seeking an alternative path. He underwent basic infantry training, shipped to the Pacific, and found himself on Okinawa. Now, watching rain defeat a critical weapon, his unique knowledge surfaced. He approached his sergeant, offering to fix the napalm problem. Skeptical but desperate, the sergeant listened to Crawford explain the core principle. The liquid needed to burn hotter and cleaner, even in adverse, rainy conditions. Standard jellied gasoline napalm's combustion temperature was simply too low. Crawford needed to elevate burn temperature and overcome water vapor's cooling effect. He requested access to the fuel depot and a crucial 2 hours. Within the depot, Crawford located gasoline, thickening agent, and denatured alcohol. He also found acetone, typically used for cleaning weapons, and magnesium powder. This bonus substance burned at an astonishing 100 degrees, even underwater. He carefully mixed a test batch, combining 5 gallons of napalm base with 3% denatured alcohol, 2% acetone, and 1% magnesium powder. The ratios were critical. Too much magnesium would burn too quickly. Too little, and the relentless rain would still win the battle. He poured a cup of the modified mixture onto the wet ground and lit it. The fuel ignited with a white, hot flame that defied the rain's persistent efforts. Magnesium particles glowed fiercely, where standard napalm lasted 5 seconds. Crawford's formula burned for a remarkable 40 seconds, a truly astounding achievement. The sergeant, witnessing the test, was completely stunned by the demonstration. Crawford simply replied, "Kentucky, making moonshine, same chemistry, different application." The sergeant ordered him to prepare enough for all 8 flamethrowers. Crawford spent the next hour mixing 120 gallons of his enhanced napalm. At 3:30 that afternoon, the Marines renewed their assault on the ridge. The rain persisted, but the fuel was now fundamentally different. The first flamethrower directed the white, hot stream into a bunker entrance. The flame surged and held, burning through the rain as if it didn't exist. Screams emerged from within as the bunker became an inferno, burning for 2 full minutes. Everyone inside perished. Bunker after bunker received the same devastating treatment. The modified napalm's magnesium particles created secondary fires deep within the fortifications. Japanese soldiers attempted to escape, emerging aflame, only to be met by Marine gunfire. The fuel's intensity ignited wooden beams, causing structures to collapse, trapping or incinerating anyone who remained inside the fortified bunkers. By 4:00 p.m., all 8 bunkers were destroyed, 60 Japanese soldiers neutralized. The American forces sustained 0 casualties during the dangerous assault. The rain never stopped, a testament to Crawford's ingenuity. The sergeant filed a report detailing the modified fuel mixture, which was forwarded. Within a week, chemists at a naval weapons station analyzed Crawford's formula. Their laboratory tests confirmed its exceptional performance, noting it burned at 400 degrees, with magnesium particles sustaining combustion even when submerged in water. The formula surpassed anything the military had developed, a true breakthrough. The Marine Corps quickly authorized production of modified napalm for Okinawa operations, designating it M2 Enhanced for widespread military deployment and tactical advantage. Between May 15th and June 21st, Marine flamethrower teams cleared over 400 positions. The M2 Enhanced fuel proved effective in all conditions, rain, fog, and humidity. It increased burn time by 600% compared to its predecessor, a monumental improvement. Yet, Private Crawford received no official credit for his vital contribution. His formula was classified, and chemists attributed the breakthrough to unknown personnel. His background as an illegal moonshiner was not something the Marine Corps wished to publicize. Crawford survived Okinawa and returned home to Harlan County in October 1945. The family still remained destroyed, and federal agents still watched the area. He never rebuilt it, instead finding work in a coal mine for 30 years. He never made moonshine again, nor did he ever speak of Okinawa in detail. When asked about his service, he simply stated infantry, and conversations shifted. In 1968, a chemical engineer researched the history of napalm, discovering M2 Enhanced. Declassified Marine Corps documents indicated the formula originated from Okinawa. The engineer found an account of a Private E Company, Kentucky, who modified fuel. This private used moonshine chemistry, though no name was present in the report. The engineer meticulously reviewed E Company rosters, identifying 14 Kentucky natives. Only one responded to inquiries: James Crawford, confirming his crucial role. Crawford explained it was the chemistry learned from making illegal whiskey, applying the same principles to make liquids burn hot in any condition. When asked to publish his story, Crawford declined, fearing prosecution. Even 23 years later, he feared potential charges for past illicit activities. The engineer respected his wishes, publishing research without naming Crawford, leaving the formula attributed to unnamed field modifications in the official papers. James Crawford died in 1998-7, succumbing to black lung disease. His obituary mentioned World War II service, but no chemical innovation. It did not speak of the moonshine chemistry that eliminated 60 Japanese soldiers, or helped clear 400 bunkers, nor of his fundamental wartime contributions. Yet the formula he created lived on, becoming standard for jungle warfare. Notably used in Vietnam, burning through monsoon rains, igniting dense bamboo. Thousands of enemy positions were destroyed using Crawford's chemistry. In 2003, the Department of Defense declassified all World War II napalm formulas. M2 Enhanced was included, with precise ratios of its technical specifications: 3% denatured alcohol, 2% acetone, 1% magnesium powder. It was the same formula Crawford had mixed in a fuel depot on Okinawa. There was no attribution, no name, only numbers in the official records. His family found discharge papers showing only standard infantry. Nothing hinted that this quiet Kentucky coal miner fundamentally changed flamethrower warfare. The still in the mountains is long gone now, reclaimed by nature's growth. No one makes moonshine there anymore, but illicit knowledge became military doctrine. It killed hundreds of enemy soldiers, and the moonshiner died in anonymity, never speaking of what he had done for his country.